In this tutorial, we are going to talk about creating assembly and docking systems in SimLab Composer and view them in SimLab VR. This is an assembly of a double bearing that we can disassemble part by part based on its design. Click on the workbench icon and switch to the VR workbench. Go to the Actions menu and select Manage Assembly Process. In the Assembly Management window, you can graph and connect nodes based on the order you want them to be disassembled in. To disassemble the double bearing design, we need to start off by removing the bolts. Select the first bolt parent from the object tree or from the 3D area and click on Add Assembly Node icon. A node for Bolt 1 will be created in the assembly graph. Select the second bolt and click on the Add Node icon again. Notice that the second bolt node was connected under the Bolt 1 node, indicating that the second bolt will be available for disassembling after the first bolt. Click on an empty area in the assembly graph to deselect the current node. Then add another bolt to the graph. The newly added bolt has a separate representative node that is not connected to any other nodes, since it has been created while no other nodes were selected. To connect the stray node to other nodes, select it first and then click on the parenting icon, then click on a node to attach it to it. Proceed by adding all the bolts to the assembly tree. After connecting all the bolts, the next part is connecting the top cover of the bearing assembly. Select the cover and add it under the bolts. Select the first bearing, then click on the Add Node icon and attach it to the cover node. Then do the same for the second bearing part. The last part in the assembly is the base of the bearing, which we are going to leave out of the assembly, since it will serve as the main node for this assembly tree. Go to the Launch Viewer menu and click on Start Desktop Viewer. In the desktop viewer, use the mouse and the arrows on your keyboard to navigate and walk around the scene. Press H on your keyboard to toggle the hand. Use the mouse wheel to extend the hand and reach out to the outlined object in the assembly. The green outlined object in an assembly refers to the currently available part of the system that you can remove. Once the hand intersects with the outlined object, hold right-click and move the mouse to disassemble the held part. Upon releasing the right-click, the bolt will be placed in the last position you had it in. The next available part in the assembly will be outlined in green. Move the hand towards the next part and hold right-click to remove it. Notice that the last part you removed from the assembly is outlined in yellow, indicating that you can also interact with it. Hold right-click on the yellow outlined bolt and place it on the main assembly, then release it to place it back where it was. The assembly system allows you to work both ways, where you can either disassemble or assemble the parts of your design. Press Escape on your keyboard to exit the desktop viewer and go back to SimLab Composer. Another useful feature that synergizes greatly with assemblies is docking systems. Docking allows you to place movable objects in a certain predefined manner upon interacting with them. Go to the Actions menu and select Make Dock and Target. Select the tray and click on the green mark to set it as the docking station. Then select a part of the assembly, for example the bolt, and click the green mark to confirm that this is the target of the docking system. Now position the selected bolt on the tray as if it was placed there. Now click on the green mark to confirm the position of the bolt while it's docked. Go to the Actions menu again to create another docking system for the second bolt. Set the tray as the dock. Then select a different bolt and place it on the tray. Then click the green mark to finish the dock creation. Follow the same steps to attach all the assembly components to the tray. In the VR viewer, notice that the tray is outlined while you are grabbing parts of the assembly, indicating that you can interact with them. Place a component on the tray and release the right click to place it on the tray with the same position and rotation that you set for the component while creating the docking system. The assembly and docking systems in SimLab Composer offers you a great method to interact with components in your design. It allows you to clearly demonstrate the steps of building a mechanical assembly in a simple yet effective manner.